18 cars that failed the famous Moose test, epic handling failures. When it comes to car safety, it's easy to focus on things like airbags, seatbelts, and crash ratings. But there's one test that puts your car's handling and stability to the test like no other, the Moose test. This infamous maneuver simulates an emergency situation where a driver has to swerve suddenly to avoid an obstacle, like a moose crossing the road. In this video, we'll be looking at 18 cars that failed miserably at the Moose test. These vehicles had major handling issues that made them unsafe in emergency situations, which is terrifying if you think about the consequences in a real-world scenario. We'll take a closer look at why these cars failed, how they performed in this high-speed obstacle avoidance test, and how the results could impact your driving safety. Let's dive in. What is the Moose test? Before we get into the cars, let's first understand what the Moose test is and why it's so important. What is the Moose test? The Moose test, also known as the elk test in Europe, was originally developed in Sweden to test how well a vehicle could handle emergency swerving at high speeds. It's a test that simulates the need to quickly avoid an obstacle, like a moose or another large animal, while driving at speeds typically around 50 to 60 miles per hour. In the test, a vehicle must swerve sharply to avoid an obstacle and then recover quickly without tipping over or losing control. The goal is to determine how stable and maneuverable a car is during high-speed emergency maneuvers. A failed test means the vehicle loses control, overturns or skids dangerously, indicating it's not safe for unexpected driving situations. Why the Moose test matters. You might be thinking, why should I care about the Moose test? It's not like a moose is going to cross my path. But here's the thing, the Moose test is an excellent measure of overall vehicle stability. It simulates a real-world emergency, where you might need to avoid an obstacle, avoid a crash, or swerve to safety. Many crashes happen when drivers are forced to make a quick, evasive maneuver, whether it's avoiding another car, a pedestrian, or even a pothole. If your car can't handle a sudden swerve, then you could be putting yourself and your passengers at risk. The Moose test helps assess how well a car's suspension, steering, and traction control systems work together to ensure your safety during these high-stress situations. 1. 2017 Mercedes-Benz A-Class. Let's dive into the first vehicle on the list, the 2017 Mercedes-Benz A-Class. This compact luxury car might seem like a dream vehicle, but when it comes to handling, it failed spectacularly in the Moose test. Why it failed? The Mercedes-Benz A-Class showed serious instability when trying to swerve at high speed. The car's soft suspension led to excessive body roll, causing the car to lose control and nearly tip over. Although the car's steering system and braking worked fine, the lack of rigid stability in emergency maneuvers made it a dangerous option for sudden evasive actions. Impact of the failure. Mercedes-Benz later made adjustments to the suspension system, but this failure left many buyers questioning the overall safety of their vehicle in real-world emergency scenarios. 2. 2016 BMW X5. Next, we have the 2016 BMW X5, a luxury SUV that's known for its performance. However, when tested in the Moose test, this vehicle showed alarming handling issues. Why it failed? Despite its powerful engine and sharp steering, the BMW X5 exhibited serious instability during the swerving test. The SUV's high center of gravity and stiff suspension made it prone to tipping in emergency maneuvers. Drivers reported loss of control when trying to avoid an obstacle at speed, especially in wet or slippery conditions. Impact of the failure. This was a major shock to BMW enthusiasts, as the X5 is considered a premium vehicle. A recall was issued to improve the stability control systems, but this failure raised concerns about the safety of larger SUVs during high-speed evasive maneuvers. 3. 2018 Ford Fiesta ST. The 2018 Ford Fiesta ST is known for its fun, sporty performance, but when it came to the Moose test, it didn't perform as expected. Why it failed? While the Ford Fiesta ST has a reputation for handling well in tight corners, its suspension system wasn't up to the task of high-speed maneuvers. The car experienced severe oversteering and loss of control when attempting the swerving test at 50 mph, making it a dangerous choice for emergency situations. Impact of the failure. Ford worked on improving the stability control and suspension in later models, but this car's performance raised eyebrows among buyers looking for sporty yet safe vehicles. 4. 2015 Jeep Cherokee. 15. Jeep. The Jeep Cherokee is known for its rugged off-road capabilities, but when tested in the Moose test, it showed a completely different side. Why it failed? Despite its 4x4 capabilities, the Jeep Cherokee's suspension system was too soft, causing excessive body roll during the evasive maneuver. The car also showed poor stability during high-speed swerves, especially when trying to avoid an obstacle on a wet surface. Impact of the failure. This failure brought attention to the fact that off-road vehicles may not always be the best for on-road emergency situations. Buyers who want both off-road ruggedness and on-road stability need to be careful when choosing a vehicle for both purposes. 5. 2018 Audi Q7. The Audi Q7, a luxurious SUV, failed the Moose test, despite its reputation for performance and comfort. Why it failed? The Audi Q7 showed significant body roll and instability during the Moose test. The SUV's heavier weight and high center of gravity made it difficult to maintain control during the quick swerving maneuver. Even though the car's steering system was responsive, the overall lack of balance led to a loss of control. Impact of the failure. Audi worked on improving the car's suspension and electronic stability systems, but the initial failure raised concerns about the safety of large luxury SUVs during emergency situations. 6. 2017 Toyota Prius. The Toyota Prius has been praised for its eco-friendly features and fuel efficiency, but it doesn't perform well under emergency conditions. Why it failed? The 2017 Toyota Prius S low center of gravity and soft suspension made it more prone to skidding during the Moose test. While it's great for everyday driving and fuel economy, it lacks the necessary handling stability when it comes to high-speed maneuvers. Impact of the failure. This failure has led to a re-evaluation of hybrid vehicle performance under emergency conditions. While the Prius remains popular for city driving, buyers looking for more dynamic handling may want to reconsider. 7. 2019 Kia Stinger. The Kia Stinger is a sporty sedan that promises power and performance, but it doesn't hold up well during the Moose test. Why it failed? Despite its sports sedan status, the Kia Stinger showed oversteering and instability during the test, which caused the car to lose control and struggle to recover quickly. Impact of the failure. This was unexpected for a car marketed for performance. Kia has since worked to improve the stability of future models, but the Stinger's failure highlights how even performance vehicles can fall short in certain emergency situations. These 7 cars and SUVs represent a significant safety concern for those looking for vehicles that can perform well in emergency situations. From luxury sedans to rugged SUVs, not all vehicles are built to handle the unexpected. If you're in the market for a new car, always make sure to check the Moose test results and research how well the vehicle can perform under high-speed, evasive maneuvers. Safety should always be a priority when choosing your next car. If you found this video useful, make sure to like, comment and subscribe for more insights on car performance, safety tips and car buying guides.